The Paul Francis Show.
Welcome indeed to the Paul Francis Show, Spirit Quest Radio.
This is the Paul Francis Show. News, networks, and information. This is the Paul Francis Show. The Paul Francis Show. This is the Paul Francis Show. News, networks, and information. This is the Paul Francis Show.
Hi, this is Paul Francis, and thank you for listening to The Paul Francis Show. The Paul Francis Show.
You are listening to The Paul Francis Show, brought to you by Elm Tree Productions.
For more details, contact www.paulfrancis.net. Why not text your request on 07837 627 942? That's 07837 627 942. Send your requests in right now.
You are listening to The Paul Francis Show, brought to you by Elm Tree Productions.
Available to you on Spreaker.com, www.spreaker.com/The Paul Francis Show. Visit our site on www.paulfrancis.net. That's www.paulfrancis, all one word, .net.
You are listening to The Paul Francis Show, brought to you by Elm Tree Productions.
Yes, you are, and a very good evening and welcome to this wonderful Wednesday night show. Thank you for being here. Already we have Carol opened the door tonight, followed by Joanne and Larry. Good to see all three of you in there. Please, as usual, copy and paste the show and stick it across there to your friends and relatives. Ask them to come and join in.
Call it magic, call it true, call it magic when I'm with you, and I just got broken into two. Still I call it magic. after all that we've been through. Still believe in magic. Well, yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. Of course I do.
What a way to start the show. Coldplay Magic. I'd like to say thank you so much to everybody for all your wonderful wishes of getting me well. And yeah, well, you know what? This is the hand we're dealt, and we will we do what we can, don't we? Great to see Susan has joined us. Great to see you in there, darling. Hope you're well. And tonight we're trying to get back to the normality. Now we've managed to get Halloween and Bonfire Night out of the way. We're trying to get back to the normality. So we're hoping tonight to be really focused on doing like the angel cards and the angel numbers and that kind of thing again. And hopefully going to be joined by Kevin a little bit in a bit of a while. He's out there and about this summer. I haven't heard from him just yet, but he may be on his route back to his office and then letting us know. So we're going to be doing the angel cards and we're going to do the angel numbers tonight, and Her Royal Ladyship, when she comes back to the studio, will be doing a crystal of the week. Doing the same old. Basically, we'll be having a quick peek at the weather because that's affecting the UK massively from all the way from Scotland all the way down to the southwest. Some of my friends sent me messages yesterday and photographs that they had snow and they were in the Gloucester regions. So snow. Okay, cool. You know what? Why not? Hey, you know, if we're getting snow early December, fantastic. Bring it on. I love it. Thank you very much, Joanne. I'm sitting here dosed up on pills, but the show must go on, as the old saying goes. Not being able to get out and about and do a lot of things and had to cancel quite a few things. But, hey, that's the way it works, you know. Head down, get on with it, and make things happen. So what was I saying was, so we're going to try and get back to normality tonight, and hopefully before we head into the Christmas regions, I'm going to be bringing back in the meditation and the healing segments of the show as well. And of course we're going to be doing things like promotional stuff, talking about the new Angel Reads Online, which is the new www.angelreads.co.uk. angelreads.co.uk. That'll all become, we're talking about stuff like that. Loads and loads happening, which we're trying to get ourselves fit for. And the great thing about it is I'll be able to get to see you guys a lot more. And as we turn into 2017, massive, and I do mean humongous changes happening, which are literally going to change the entire everything, literally everything. Okay, the radio show will still be. Don't ever worry about that. It may go down to once a week, which you're all going, huh? What? Hey. Yeah, it may go down to once a week. The only reason that it's going to go down to once a week is because there could very well be an online TV show, which we've been working for about 18 months now, and all of the technological aspects of that had to come into play first before that could even be formatted, i.e. the show itself designed. And so all of that kind of stuff is I promise you, is all happening. So as you will have the radio show once a week, as we're doing right now and having a chat and that kind of thing, that will we really want to continue. I mean, I put my foot down and I said, no, I really want this to continue. Because this is a direct connection to all of you guys, so you guys can talk to me directly here online, and I can talk directly back to you guys, and it's a great link. On the TV show, it's going to be something different, you know, whereas you guys will be able to see, and we will be presenting and doing things of that nature. So it's a different kettle of fish. You may be able to interact in the show at specific parts, but the whole concept has to be created designed, formatted, and blah, 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 blah. Z, hi, welcome to the show, my darling. Hope you're well. Thank you for getting here. As I say, some of you guys already done it, and thank you very much. But please copy and paste the show, push it out there on Facebook, and invite as many people as you can. Kick off a little bit with Patrick Hernandez, Born to be Alive. Patrick Hernandez, Born to Be Alive, the extended version there, of course. I'd like to see Alex has joined us in the chat room. Good to see that, Alex. Who else have we got since I was chatting to you guys? I was off there on Facebook just spreading the word. Angie, hi Angie, good to see you in there as well. Angie and Susan, and that's it so far. So do please spread the word. Invite all your friends and family to come in and say hi to us all. Patrick Hernandez, Born to Be Alive. So do I say congratulations or condolences to our lovely friends in America? Please tell me.
Good evening and welcome to the Paul Francis Show. Spirit Quest Radio. Spirit Quest Radio, part of the Spirit Quest Group. You are listening to Spirit Quest Radio.
You most certainly are. And welcome. It's great to see you guys here in the chat room tonight. Val Hood has just joined us. Hi Val, really good to see you. How are you? Long time. Welcome to Spirit Quest Radio, brought to you this wonderful night by the Quest Corporation Limited. Paul Francis speaking. This is the Paul Francis Show, joined shortly by Kevin and Johanna. The beat 'em up the rhythm of the night. Great to see Val in there. It's been a while since I've spoken to the lovely Val Hood. She's an amazing person. And great to see you. Thanks for joining us. And I hope you're well. Are you still in Down Under? G'day, mate. I hope you're down well. So I've just seen Kevin come online, so he must be back in the offices. In which case, we'll get him on here and have a chat shortly, and we'll have a chat about what's going on. So anyway, here we are on Wednesday night, back to normal. Did you all have a really good sort of holidays there? Did you enjoy the Halloween break? And did you get out there and do the firework thing? And we had a lot of fun. I love Halloween. I love the firework display kind of thing as well. And it's something I've always done with my kids ever since they came into the world, really. You know, basically I use it as an excuse to get out and be a child. Enjoy myself and be a lad. And so this being the final firework display in our back garden here at our home as we currently stand, I wanted to make it extra special, and we did, and we had a great time, and it was a lot of fun. One of the fireworks went off in the wrong direction and straight into the trees, which brought a giggle to my mind, and I was a bit of a laugh, but the rest of the family ran screaming and jumping over hedges and stuff like that. It was kind of funny. That was funny. They didn't find it funny, but I did. And if Brandon had been here, he would have howled. He'd have fallen on the ground laughing. But, you know, and then the funny thing about it was we all decided, excuse me, we would go for a little walk. And we thought, you know, let's go out. You know, we've done the firework thing. There's a moon in the sky. Let's go for a little walk. And we, just as I was deciding to get my coat on and put my scarf on, I just by chance thought I'll have a look out the window. I looked out the window, and some of the fireworks, you know, the base units that send the fireworks up into the sky, the base units were actually on fire, and yes, burning, and they were on top of our wooden picnic table, burning away. So I ran out the back, doing the fireman's hose bit. That was kind of fun. Oh wow! But you know, we brought a bit of a giggle there, and that's what it's all about. So coming up, I'd like to say a big hi to Lisa. Welcome to the show, darling. I hope you're well, and I hope you know. I just said a little bit earlier. What are we doing? Are we commiserations to the United States? Or are we saying congratulations to the United States? How do you feel? And speak, and he shall arrive. The Derek Okoro radio show, aka Kev, has just arrived. And so, yeah, what do we say? Do we say commiserations? Do we say congratulations? And so, have we got apart from Lisa, have we got any other Americans on at the moment? Yeah, Lisa says it's a bit too early. Yeah, it is way too early to pull out the tree. I'm one of those old school guys. I really don't like the idea of going into stores where on one side you have Halloween stuff and on the other side you have Christmas. Or that's just I can't like it. I don't like that. So, anyway, onwards with the show. We have coming up for you very, very shortly. We're going to be doing the star signs, having a quick peek at the weather there. And, of course, we're going to be doing the angel cards for you coming up in a little while as well. Our usual guest presenter will be here shortly. He's already chatting. Let's speak to the devil, and he arrives. He's saying hello to me as we speak. He's sending messages through to my ears. You can't hear him yet, but you will be shortly. He is about there. I can hear him tickling about in the background, eating bags of crisps. And so Kev is already here, so I'll bring him in right after this next tune. And then we were talking about various basic little things that are going to be happening. And lots and lots and lots and lots happening, so stay tuned. We'll be back with you very, very shortly. Monsieur Kevin's in the house.
I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fears. And if you have to leave, I wish that you would just leave. Your presence still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all of these years, but you still all of me. I've tried so hard to tell myself that you're gone, but though you're still with me, I've been alone all
And her ladyship, if she's not already listening to that, will be quite annoyed that she didn't hear that's one of her favourite tracks, My Immortal by Evanescence. That's one of her songs. I'd like to say a big hi to Kat, who's joined us, and Anne Shen. Kat, Anne Shen, good evening. And of course, I am joined now here live, I tell you, with Kevin.
Good evening. You right?
Yeah. Oh, you're coming loud and proud tonight, brother.
I'm always loud and proud.
Yeah, you're awesome. And how are you this evening?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. I got a little bit tired late this afternoon, but I'm okay now.
Did you have one of those power naps?
No. I was actually setting up my little Q box.
Oh, yeah.
Today,
The MXQ box?
Yes.
Yeah, excellent. It's a piece of kit, that, isn't it? Have you set it up? Did you follow what I told you on the... did you follow
I went onto YouTube,
yeah,
and then I saw some popular apps you can put on there.
Yeah.
Which I've installed, and then I put in, I had to configure one of them, and then I had to link it into Fusion TV, Fusion add-ons. And they're all there. I was watching something a little bit earlier on.
I used to do the way you did it, and then I thought, you know what, there are guys out there who really enjoy doing that, so I've gone with one of their what they call community builds, and these guys do this on a weekly basis, and I thought, well, you know what, these guys are all obviously well ahead on it, so I'll go with one of theirs. But have you seen Sully yet, or is that going to be lined up for later?
No, it's on there. I've not actually. If I'm going to watch a film like that, I want undivided attention between me and the TV. And
trust me,
nothing else around. The dogs have got to be fed and watered and put to bed. Put to bed. And then it's just going to be a me time when I sit down to watch that film.
Oh, you will, and you'll need a good glass of wine, and you won't want to leave it because it's one of those movies that it's the 5 minutes previous actually means something to the 5 minutes after, which means something to the 5 minutes after that. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those ones that hold you. But I'm a monster Tom Hanks fan anyway. Yeah. But the movie, if you haven't seen this, ladies and gentlemen, now that we're doing movie reviews on Spirit Quest Radio, but it is probably one of the best films I've seen in 2016, which is Sully by it's Tom Hanks, about the gentleman who the captain who landed the aeroplane on the Hudson River, and it is brilliant. If you haven't seen it, do watch it. And so there, you have a treat ahead of you, sir.
I do. I'm looking forward to it as well. Maybe the weekend, maybe a Sunday.
Yeah, actually a good Sunday afternoon after you've had a nice roast.
Yeah.
Although, if you're like me, if you've had a nice Sunday roast and you settle down to watch a movie,
Fall asleep.
yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I sat down beside her ladyship this evening. I'd kind of got a lot done this morning, and then I had to go into town, and I was in town for quite a proportion of the day. Then, as the stuff I was doing this morning was in the other studio, which I was telling you about anyway, and then I was in town, and then I come home from town, and we decided, you know what, none of us could be bothered cooking, so we stopped into a specific, shall we say, not doing, because they haven't paid for any adverts on Spirit Quest Radio, shall we say, a specific well-known pizza place. And I got a couple of pizzas, took them home, and you know what, I had 2 slices of pizza, and next thing I'm out cold. So she goes, "Did you enjoy your little nap, love?" And I think, I don't even remember falling asleep.
Yeah, probably a carb hit, wasn't it?
Oh, well, I woke up with a piece of pizza stuck to my face, but there we go.
Well, that's not unusual. Full of carbs, pizza.
Full of carbs, yes, full of carbs.
It's like having a big pasta dish and then suddenly going a kippo.
And then falling asleep, and then just keeping all those carbs where you don't want to keep them. So,
well, I can afford it. I'm fine.
Yeah, you're built like a stick. I have to take Holly out for a walk, and that's. Gail has just joined us in the chat room. Good to see you, Gail, in there. It's really good to see all of you guys chatting away. That's wonderful. We're going to play a tune, and I will be back with His Royal Highness Kevin Elliott here, and her ladyship should be coming in the door any time now. I've just had a message saying I'm en route. A little bit of Ellie Goulding. Sorry, Ellie Goulding. Where to get Amy from? Ellie Goulding, and we'll be back with you right after this.
I know that I've been messed up. You never let me give up. All the nights and the fights and the blood and the breakups. You're always there to call up. I'm a pain, I'm a child, I'm afraid. But yeah, you understand. Yeah, like no one can. I know that we don't look like much, but no one fucks it up like us. 16, and you never even judged me. Matter of fact, always thought you were too cool for me. Sitting there in the caravan, all the nights we've been drunk on the floor. But yeah, you understand. Yeah, like no one can. We both know what they say about us, but they don't stand a chance because when I'm with you, when I'm with you, I'm standing with an army. I'm standing with an army. When I'm with you, when I'm with you, I'm standing with an army. Standing with an army. Dark times, you can always find the bright side. I'm amazed by the things that you would sacrifice just to be there for me. How you cringe when you sing out of tune, but yeah, it's everything. So don't change a thing. We both know what they say about us, but they don't stand a chance because when I'm with you, when I'm with you, I'm standing with an army. I'm standing with an army. When I'm with you, when I'm with you, I'm standing with an army. 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 I'm standing with an yeah, you understand. Yeah, like no one can. We both know what they say about us. I'm standing with an army. I'm standing with an army. When I'm with you, when I'm with you, I'm standing with an army. They don't have a chance
Ellie Goulding there. I've actually, I think she's got great voice, Ellie Goulding. And she's in that advert. What's that advert we see in it?
Ellie Goulding?
Yeah, she's in like an advert for something on the TV.
Oh, she's doing the shampoo thing, isn't she?
Well, something like that, you know. Yeah. I don't know if she's worth it or not, but anyway. I'll give you one guess who's finally made it to the studio, 41 minutes late.
Yeah, the better looking one.
Well, Kev.
I
Hey, matron.
Matron.
Oh, matron.
And welcome.
And you are listening to Spirit Quest Comedy Hour. So we're here with Kev, we're here with Johanna, and you were here with me.
Hi.
That was a flat build
This
up.
is Paul Francis. Thank you for listening to
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
Yeah.
the show.
I heard you talking about America earlier.
Yeah.
What a day it's been on Facebook with Trump and goodness knows what. I mean, I've just had to sit back and laugh, to be honest, with all of the comments coming over on Facebook, as if like a Facebook status is going to make any difference.
Well, I was watching the news, and there was these ladies in the States somewhere. I don't ask me where they were. They were in America somewhere, and they went into the polling places, and they literally clicked the polls as they normally do, and they clicked Clinton, but it came up Trump. And they went back to the guy and said, "Hang on a second, there's something wrong here. I've clicked Clinton, but it's coming up Trump." And they get a little readout, you know, like a little receipt kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. And the receipt said Trump. So I would say there's going to be a lot of grief going off somewhere, because who knows how many of those were real that actually did vote for him, and how many were not. So, so that I'd say I can't imagine that's all done and dusted just yet. He didn't win by that much. He only won by eight points, didn't he?
Well, do you know, some of the states, that I was watching the news this morning, some of the states were returning back of a margin of only 1,000 difference.
Yeah.
Out of 500,000 people.
And that's next to nothing, that is.
So they're getting, I mean, one of them come back at 10,000. I thought, cool, that's really, really close. And that was on sort of like 545,000 versus 535,000. And I'm thinking, wow. And then a couple of minutes later, another one come up, and it was only 1,000 difference. I'm thinking, wow. No.
It's like, you know, when we're talking in those numbers in just normality, it's like, you know, we're thinking of those are fairly numbers. But when you're talking about millions of votes, that's like an absolute, total and utter minuscule fraction.
Mm.
So that is just like a hair beating, you know, that's like one racing driver beating the other by 0.04 of a second. It's like nothing. Mary's just joined us, and she's from Virginia. So I will put that question out to everybody else who's out there tonight. Debbie's joined us as well. Big hi to Debbie. So do we offer congratulations to America, or do we offer commiserations? What's your take on it? So Kevin's obviously been quite enamored with it. I lasted how long before I thought I'm about enough of this?
3 minutes.
I was a bit more than 3 minutes. I think I lasted the best part of about 12 minutes, 15 minutes max. I should be, I guess, a little bit more, because whatever happens there could very well, you know, affect the UK. So, and affect everybody around the world, I'm guessing. So,
well, it certainly hit finance today. All of the markets were closing down.
Yeah.
Even this morning, when Japan closed, they closed well down. They're in the red all over the place. It certainly did hit the financial markets, and the price of the dollar went all over the place, which in turn it made the price of the pound go all over the place.
Yeah.
The euro was also affected. The euro went down to 110, and that had built up to 112, and that's suddenly done a dive as well. So I don't know, and I think within the next sort of 2 months or so, as we're leading up, or 3 months as we're leading up towards January the 20th when he takes over, I think the world economy is just going to be fluctuating up and down.
I would say so.
So much. I mean, we're only just starting to recover from the Brexit issue that we had with the pound. We're just starting to recover from that, and now it's gone AWOL again with the dollar, which is good.
Well, even though we got Kat saying, I think it's so sad no one else could run who may be more suited. But I don't know. I just find.
I know Mr. Trump. He's had no previous political experience either, has he?
Yeah, but he's also bankrupted 3 companies.
Yeah, but I'm on about political experience. He's had no political experience at all.
None, and he's never been in the forces.
But then if you just look at our own government, I mean, that says a lot, isn't it?
True.
Well, she's in by default, isn't she, as well?
Yeah, she's in by default. She just happened to fall into the job, but how long she'll last, nobody knows.
Wanted Prime Minister, no experience necessary.
Like
2.5 million a year.
Is that all? Oh, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I could do the 2.5 million for 3 years and then retire. Oh no, Joanne. Joanne says Paul would do a better job. No, Paul wouldn't. Paul would not want that kind of focus on him at all. Paul barely copes with the focus he's got at the minute. And to be the world leader and being shouted at and screamed at right, left, centre all the time, and nah, you can keep that. Would you do that job, Kevin?
Well, according to Joe, you're not even house leader, so what about world leader?
Well, not my Joe. Joanne on TV or on the chat room here. Joanne Allison.
Would I want that job? I don't think so. Because whoever does that job anyway isn't really doing the job. It's all the people behind them.
Of course, it is.
So they're just pulling the strings. And but I know one thing. I do know one thing. That whereas I say this without prejudice, okay, so I can't be prosecuted at all. Whereas I think Hillary Clinton would have gone along with any kind of like cover-up conspiracy or something amiss, I don't think Trump will. I think Trump will actually speak out and disagree with certain things, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, he's very much anti-establishment, isn't he?
Yeah. So I think any more of this, I'm not going to go into them, but the big high-profile American problems that there have been within America, and there's been so many conspiracy theories about certain things going on, and there's certain videos being put up onto YouTube, and I don't think Trump would go along with any of that.
It depends on how much power he actually does hold, because the power of the Senate is the strongest, isn't it? So it's like the president or the prime minister of any particular company, or the Taoiseach if you're in Ireland, is really just the link between the government and the public, really, usually. So it's usually they have to take vote. The Senate has to vote on various things and so on and so forth, and the prime minister can be overthrown, or the president can be overthrown, can't they? In relation to voting for a particular sort of whatever. But I didn't want to. I just thought I'd be interesting to see what the feedback was on all of our friends out there in the States tonight. I didn't want to turn the show into another public debate on.
No, that's enough of it on Facebook.
It's been a big build. It's like Christmas, isn't it? Big build up, and then it's over.
Oh, it's not over yet. I can tell you that this is going to drag on now, literally in our faces, right up until the 20th of January, and then even then it's going to still carry on. Meanwhile, we'll be looking for our own Brexit Article 50 turnaround, which has been hidden away at the moment. But that's been, I believe, today it's been proposed or sanctioned that it can be put through to appeal by the government, allowing itself to put something through, which I think is a bit bizarre.
Oh yeah, well.
But,
when you hold all the coins, you can play all the monies, can't you?
Yeah, and then once we get all that out of the way, no doubt it's going to be our own election, filling our televisions and our radio stations up, and goodness knows what. It's almost like you just want to shut the door and say, goodbye politics, we are fed up with it. Go away and sort it out yourselves.
Take politics away. I never have been a big fan of politics. Anyway, so moving on with the show, what we'll do is we've got the cards tonight and the angel numbers. So I will do the angel numbers, so you guys don't have to worry about them. Don't be starting to choose numbers, with the exception of Kev. Because Johanna, you asked them to choose between 0 and 100, didn't you?
0, 999.
All right. But what we will get you to do, Paul, I lost a brooch. That was my mum's. Is that a way of telling me she isn't happy with my... No, Deborah. No, Debbie, it's not. sometimes just losing a brooch is losing a brooch. It's not, Mom doesn't, although if Mom knows where it is, there's no reason why you can't say to her, find it for me. That I've seen done before. Just because you lost a brooch, my darling, does not mean your mom is not happy with your choice. Not at all. However, going into another level of my of what I do and what I do, if you feel in your head you're not happy with your choice, there is that thought to be actually considered. So you need to sit back and think to yourself, am I completely and utterly happy with my choices? And if that's the case, then sometimes when you lose something, you just lose it. It's not, it's not spirit messing about. But there's nothing to say, turn around to Debbie, turn around to your mom and say, hey mom, help me find it. I really, really need it. In which case, very often the case is she will actually do that for you. So don't worry about that. Tonight, I will get you individually, not straight away, not off the bat, and I will get you to choose a number between, he says, and he's looking really dramatically for the number here. I've lost it. I can't think where it is. Crikey. I'll tell you what.
While you're doing that, I'm going to...
44, 1 and 44. Beg your pardon. Yeah, carry on.
1 and 44. While you're doing that, I'm going to answer a few questions there because, yes, you're absolutely right. It was 1948 when the last supermoon was out. Mm-hmm. The next supermoon is on the 14th of November, which is the biggest moon, the brightest moon that you're ever going to see.
Is that like they got a cape and a big S on it?
Well, it's a supermoon. It's huge. Remember you said that you've seen a moon, Paul, and it looked as if it was absolutely huge. Yeah? It's kind of like that. So I would really like to get the camera we've been talking about before, and if we can, take a good picture of it. I want to punch him in a minute. Sorry, love tap.
That was my head, not his. Try again.
Try again.
Next time, Kev, don't get in the way.
So I would really love to be able to photograph that and get the pictures of that up on the
I think that the cameras that we've been looking at will easily do that. It's not the camera that did the zoom thing; it was the actual lens that does the zoom.
Well, it's 30% brighter than the normal moon. That's why it's called a supermoon.
Now, Kevin, oddly enough, is well up on his cameras.
Are you, Kevin?
I am indeed.
Do you want to throw us one down?
What camera are you looking at?
No, we're looking at the 700D and the Canon 600D.
With what lens?
We haven't just looked at those lenses yet.
You want to go by 70 by 200 lens. You don't need to go for Canon because all of the unbranded ones are pretty much made up the same with 11 blade mirrors inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the 70-200 will fit that camera.
Right.
And it's a very good camera anyway. It's full frame, that particular camera that you're talking about.
Yeah.
It originally stemmed from what they used to call the Rebel, the Canon Rebel, which was the old 350. And what they've been doing is they've actually been putting and developing the software and the gubbins that we used to get in the big cameras. So like the big professional cameras that we used to use, which are a lot bigger obviously than the 350, 700s, etc. Now they are making, so for example now, the gubbins that's inside a 7D, which retails I believe around £2,800, around that sort of mark for body only.
Yeah.
That's one of the professional ones that we use.
Yeah.
They are now putting that, the equipment for that inside, like the 700s and the 750s.
Right.
So you're actually getting a very, very good value camera.
It's because the supermoon's 30% brighter than the normal moon, and it's when the moon is closest to the Earth. When it's in orbit, it's at its closest.
Right.
So I want to get really, really good pictures of it. And, some cameras, it's just going to look like just a bright light, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there's a way around that. You make sure you've got a filter on the front.
Right.
Yeah. Have a filter on the front of the lens, and they're about £35, but they do reduce down glare, and it will bring up actual detail on the moon.
There you go.
Awesome. Okay.
See the because the Chinese are now talking about going to the moon.
The Chinese.
No, I'm kidding.
Is that a joke?
No.
Oh, you know, he had that look on his face where he's gone, yeah, I'm going to say this joke.
I just saw his nose grow up and okay, go on. What's the punchline? Go on.
No,
You know
there's
what
no
you
punch-
like?
No, the Chinese Space Agency were talking about going to the moon, and there was a whole international chat about now setting up a base on the moon. So what
Okay.
you people see them, these little geezers walking about.
Well, but-
You know what they're going to do? They're probably going to go up there and open up a takeaway.
What's next? McDonald's?
Well,
The Golden Moon. They're going to call it the Golden Moon takeaway.
the Golden Moon takeaway. They'll have all the aliens.
Home delivery would be interesting, but hey.
Imagine
Yeah,
it.
it'll take 3 days, but you'll get
Oh
it in
my
your
goodness.
head.
So anyway, on the 14th of November, if you've got crystals, the best time to put them out to energise is on the supermoon.
I'd like to jump in there with Kat for a moment. Kat, she's saying that her luck has turned around, and absolutely right. And she says, and I feel it in my soul that there's more good luck coming. Yes, absolutely. Now keep that thought, keep that energy high, absolutely no doubt in your mind of any kind, and you are actually practicing what we call the law of attraction.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now you keep that thought up there. You keep your head going up, and you keep going. There's more coming. I deserve all this. It's all mine. It's all for me because I deserve it. Not because of what the negative things you come past. Just think because I deserve this, and it's all coming to you. And the more you keep that up, the more it's going to come. And I did say to you, if I want to take you back about 5 weeks ago, your luck is changing. Do you remember that?
What I will say to Kat is she's had so much sadness surrounding her, but she's always come up as a positive every single time.
Yeah.
And it's coming back to you tenfold. So, you know.
Because she goes out there and she practices
Yes, she does.
positivity. She gets out there with I love seeing the videos that she pops up on Facebook.
Yeah, so do I.
Jumping out of fridges and stuff, scaring the life
Jumping
out
out
of
of
people.
trees and nearly breaking an ankle. Now, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was, well, she's lunatic like that, but that's my kind of person. I love all that. But because she's practicing all this positive energy, she's drawing that to her, and now it's paying off. Keep it up. All right, keep it up, and it will work out for you. You're getting lots of stuff going. You're getting commercial information. You're getting consumer advice there with cameras.
Yeah.
Like it's all happening here in
It's all
Spirit
happened.
Quest.
And Mary was saying that her Uncle Robert Ryan worked on all the space flights up until his death this
wow.
year for NASA.
There you go.
Yeah, so
There's always
the Japanese going to the moon, Mary. Now you can tell us. Come on, you'll hit it here first.
Chinese, I think.
Chinese.
Sorry, different continent.
All right,
Sorry,
okay.
continuity.
Completely different continent, you know. Try and keep up, will you?
All right.
Yeah.
Chinese.
Yeah. See what happens when I send her out. If she says to me, "Shall go and get a takeaway," I just wait to see what comes through the door because I never know.
Don't get a takeaway. Come back with a pizza.
Yeah. Well, a takeaway is a
Tuck
pizza.
it away, then. Now to us up north, a takeaway.
north?
Yeah.
Up north, like.
Is chippy,
Well, yeah.
not pizza.
No, everything. If you take it away from the place you
He's
bought
going
it.
to have this argument with me again.
Please
go with it.
Okay, everybody else, help me out here. If you take whatever food it is from wherever it is, is that not takeaway?
Is Asda a takeaway?
If you take it away from Asda, yeah.
Because you get it. It's not called a takeaway though, is
But
it?
if you
It's
go in
called
there,
Asda.
if you go in there and buy
Grocery store.
no, the store's called Asda. If you go in and buy there like a multi-pack Indian thing, it's a takeaway, isn't it?
It is.
Huh. It may be a takeaway.
Or is it a takeout?
It's a there you go.
No, a takeout.
Takeout.
What I refer to as a takeout is
Beer in a pub, I know.
is alcohol, isn't it?
Yeah, in a pub. Any takeouts, John?
Do any takeouts, and we used to go. My mum used to say to me, "Go up to I can't remember the name of the place now, and go and get me a takeout."
Okay.
Leanne's in the house.
Hey, Leanne. You okay?
Damo's
All
in
the
the
way from
house.
New Zealand. Hello, Damo.
Hi, hi, and who else has joined us? Leanne. Is that Leanne? What's she doing talking to us from New Zealand?
That's not our Leanne. That's
I know who that
different
Leanne. Leanne from New Zealand. I was thinking we've got a friend of ours who works with us called Leanne as well. I was thinking, what's she doing in New Zealand? Click. Welcome all the way from Dananda. G'day. I hope you're well. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, takeaway. What's that got to do with
Just get away
spirituality?
from that one now.
What's that got to do with spirituality?
Absolutely nothing, so get away from it.
What, a takeaway?
A takeaway, yeah.
You have had our takeaway. Actually, a takeaway is anything that gets delivered except pizza. That's just pizza, lol.
Oh,
That's
you've
what
not been on
Susan
Thesaurus again,
said.
have you? She's been on the Thesaurus, everybody.
Sweet.
The definition of a takeaway
It's
is...
a difficult thing to try and convey.
Shen, don't ask me, I'm foreign.
Foreign.
Yeah, she is foreign. She's
Out
a
of county,
scout.
you mean? Out of county.
Well, she's also she's from God knows what the Scousers are.
Merseyside.
Foreign.
Help you out.
Oh, foreign.
Merseyside.
So tonight you get to choose between 1 and 48, and let's see what kind of messages we can bring through to you there. And as you choose between 1 and 48, Johanna will give you a message based on the angel cards, and then I will select. I will feel and be given a number connected to that card, which will then be taken what we refer to as the angel numbers. Not yet, Carol. Not yet.
She wants to get in quick.
She just can't.
Carol told me a number yesterday evening.
Oh, there's Leanne's in on it as well. Don't give me any numbers yet.
Everyone just post 2. Just
Look, say even Lawrence is jumping in there. Look, they're all, cool, right, we're going to play a tune, and we'll be back right after that. Here we go.
This is Conqueror, and I'm here with my little sister in Rosie, and we're going to cover Adele's song Hello Today, reggae style, here in Pissay, Solomon Islands. Tell them!
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to me to go over everything. They say that I'm supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done, but when I call you, never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. Clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore.
Conqueror. Come on now.
Hello, how are you? Well, it's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you will. Yeah. And did you ever make it out of that time when nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us running out of time.
Hello from the other side.
Okay. Well, that
Really
by the way,
easy, really.
that was Adele's "Hello." The track is called. I've got a few people asking me "Hello." By the way, please don't text me tonight. I don't have my phones with me. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the show. Normally I say send me a text. Don't. I won't reply to them because I don't have them. I haven't got my phones with me here in the studio tonight, so just talk to me directly on chat room. If you are listening to my voice or our voices, and you're not in the chat room, then the chat room is the place to be. That's the way you'll get to talk to me. Normally people text me and say, then I see later on, they go, oh, thanks very much, you didn't get back to me. I haven't got my phones with me tonight, so I can't text you back, so I do apologise about that. But anyway, moving forward, I'd like to say again a big thank you to all of you guys out there who come back to me with all messages of get well soon. Thank you very, very much. And those of you who send out loads of healing, it is definitely working. For those of you who haven't heard, I got diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which is now making sense as to why I was constantly tired and constantly aching. I thought it was because Johanna got up in the middle of the night and battered me.
Ooh.
So I was pretty confident that's what was going on.
That I will batter you while you were awake.
And I loved the kind of one of the nice things that the doctor said to me. What the reason why you've put weight on, Paul, is because we're giving you pills. So I was like, so it's not to do with me trying to munch down pizza and chips. She went, no. I was like, good. But actually, Johanna said he doesn't. He eats like a sparrow. About 5 crumbs and I'm done. But the weight was being put on, and they said, right, it's to do with these painkillers and these other things that you're doing, and that's just piling the weight on. So we're going to stop that one. Good. Now, what can you do about the rest of me aching and walking around the house looking like a 90-year-old?
Oh, you're not that bad.
Oh, I tell you what, you're kidding me. You laugh at me when I try to walk around some mornings.
Some mornings, yeah.
Or I've been sitting on the bed and I try to get up and my legs are going, we're going nowhere.
Oh, you hear this? Oh,
oh, oh, oh.
Oh, no wonder you're aching.
Oh, mate. That's a different show. So let's say that's a completely different show altogether. But I just wanted to say, while I've got everybody here, thank you very much. And honestly, just saying to someone how you, thinking about you, just wanted to let you know, wishing you well and thinking about you, it helps. It really, really does. So if there is somebody in your friends or family is not well, just pick up the phone, send them a text, going to, hey, just want to let you know, I'm thinking about you. And that's why we do the healing section of the show. And it's to let people know we are thinking about them. We're sending out the energy to help you guys, and you guys did it for me, and I just want to say thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate it. And why I've been under the radar and the shows have been were cancelled, I just wasn't well enough to do them, to be absolute truth.
Yeah.
So but now we're past it. So, well, we're not past it, we're just dealing with it, which is more important. Now Kev has decided Kev's going to do the weather tonight. Go on, mate, give us it.
I'm on a different screen now. I've got to go by memory.
No, it's all right. Well, you pick it back up again. I'll talk to the audience.
I remember what it is, don't worry.
Well, because I've got the weather forecast right in front of me.
Let's hope we're watching the same screen then. All right, so
BBC.
It said tonight, showers occasionally heavy with some hail, which will go across from the north and the west, blown in with a strong northwesterly wind. Dry elsewhere, throughout with dry spells or clear spells, allowing it to turn very, very cold with a frost across Scotland and the northern England. Tomorrow is going to be scattered showers. They're going to continue, locally merging with a little bit of sunshine now and again. But longer heavy spells of rain will be in some places, turning dry and brighter later, with winds easing but remaining rather cold. So keep wrapped up warm, that's what I say. Edinburgh is going to be 3 degrees, Belfast 7, Manchester 5 degrees, Cardiff and London are going to be 7 degrees, and where Paul lives is going to be -4.
Well, I tell you what, we were clearly watching the same one. The coldest part of the UK tonight is Leeming, -3.
Ooh.
Where's Leeming? You get to tour the UK a lot. Where's Leeming? I think that's got to be up north somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, I would imagine it's going to be up to the borders or past the borders. Yeah.
Right. Well,
I would say it's on the. Is it not on the East Coast way?
I think it's probably going to be the East Coast, and another place called Sangwar is 1 degree. Skegness 1 degree. Dunfermline 2 degrees. Kirknewton 2 degrees. Croydon, which is not too far away from you, 9 degrees. Kingsthorne 9 degrees. Dorchester, as we're moving a little bit down further south now, 10 degrees. Bedford 10. The hottest part of the UK tonight, to finish off Kev's phenomenal weather forecast, I might add, 13 degrees. Jersey Airport.
Who's in Jersey? Anybody? No.
We got friends in Jersey listening.
We have got friends in Jersey, yeah.
We have, and they keep asking to go out and do a show out in Jersey, and maybe we should do that. We should put our heads together and make it happen. So that's the weather forecast for you tonight. Do you know, I'd love to get Johanna to read that at some point. It'd be interesting. Kevin and Johanna, you guys can do it the next one.
What about Hurstman Zoo tonight? Has that come up with any weather, or have they gone off the blippy radar?
Which one?
Hurstman Zoo?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, you were trying to pronounce it last week.
Oh, it's gone off the radar.
Zoo.
It's not even mentioned tonight, so it's obviously got okay weather. Well, do you know what? We're in autumn, and we're well into autumn, and we should be expecting the temperature to drop down quite a bit. Oh, Dame was just telling us this in North Yorkshire. That makes sense to us, it being RAF Leeming. Yeah, of course, Leeming, RAF Leeming. I should have thought about that. Well, that's the coldest part of the UK tonight. So if you're at RAF Leeming, you'd probably be kicking the tires to get the ice out of them. What was I going to do? I was just looking.
Where was it snowing?
Actually, that's a good point. Yesterday, I had
Manchester.
Well,
Snaky Pass.
I got messages from my pals in Gloucester, and they sent me pictures, and I showed them to Johanna. It was actually snowing.
It was like Christmas.
It was like Christmas, yeah. Moving on to the star signs tonight. Scorpio we're in the house of Scorpio for this month, and if you aren't careful, Scorpios, to keep your eyes straight ahead and focused on the future, the past is likely to catch you up. Okay? Don't look back, even if you don't see anything in front of you. Just don't look back. You must continue to move forward. It's true that it's easier said than done. I know that. Nevertheless, you will feel inspired today, so give it a try. Just go forward. A bit like what I was saying to Kat earlier. When you've got that positive energy around you, work it, and keep it going. Around sort of the Scorpion love life, today you might meet that special person while you're at a local gym, or out playing a round of golf, or playing tennis, or some sort of sports. And whatever you don't stay inside watching TV. Get out and use that energy, use the energy of the day as an ideal opportunity to show off if you need to do that, to break through the few barriers and to impress someone with your skills, your openness, and your great sense of humour. My mom's a Scorpio, and that's where I got my humour from. She was a Scorpio, and I love it when she gives you a clip around the back of the head. Anyway, so
She always hits me.
Yeah, deserved. Let's have a look at your your financial sort of side of things, Scorpio. You're asked to make important personal stretches, so go beyond your usual limits. The more you extend past your comfort zone, the more you'll be able to cash in on that wonderful resources and the opportunities that are existing all around you right now. But always be prepared that when you move into something that has risk means it's there. It doesn't mean it's absolute. Risk means there is an opportunity for you to lose as well as win. Okay, remember that. Now let's have a look at your health, Scorpio. You can enjoy today's transit because it's a time to focus intensively on yourself and your personal needs. In fact, this is a wonderful transit for grooming yourself. Enjoy making yourself as attractive as you possibly can. Get that haircut done if it needs, and get your nails done. Have a massage. Get your skin all lovely and radiant. Soak in a tub with those red rose petals. Indulge yourself in a healthy pleasures and don't ask questions. Just get out there and enjoy it and make yourself healthy. That's what it's all about. Now, out of 5 stars, Scorpio, you've got 3 stars for love. You've got 4 stars for mood. You've got 4 for your career, but 2 for finances. Remember, I said a little bit earlier, if you're going to make those choices, make them strong choices. And remember, for everything that has a risk, that means there's a risk there. Okay. Now, let's look at the I Ching. And the I Ching is for all the star signs and everybody. So think about money today as the initial sort of onslaught there for the I Ching. Think about money. A shift in wealth can happen without anything crashing, so it could be positive. Decrease is not necessarily something negative. There's always some times of expansion and times of contraction. Be honest about your finances today. Do not pretend to have more than you do. What you lack materially can be made up in other ways. Appreciate other things that contribute to your happiness and well-being. Some things that are lost are actually no longer as necessary as you might think. That is a great thing. Let me say it again. Sometimes that things that are lost are actually not lost. It just means that you no longer have them, or they're no longer necessary to your life. I like that. That was a pretty good one. So there we go. What about loyalty and success for the Scorpio? What, are you a Scorpion, Alexandra? So if you want loyalty and success, then you have to look into what I've just said to you. All right, look into it, look around it, and draw out the information that's in there. Alrighty? And stop being so negative. There you go. You were told, and I told you straight. Don't be negative. So there we go. Coming up very shortly, we're going to be doing the angel cards. So you'll be given the option of choose between 0, or not 0. You choose between 1 and 48. But don't choose anything yet. We'll give you the heads up for that. Last week we were talking about EVPs, electronic voice phenomena. We did have one person send them through, but please do, if you manage to pick up EVPs are when you're out there and you pick up something and you think there was nobody else there but I can hear it. Or if you watch some of these Ghost Adventures, for an example, they do a lot on EVPs, and they do a lot on the ghost boxes. And there was something that I can't remember the technological name for the other piece of kit, the one that gives the words.
Oh,
it's like an electronic dictionary. Do you know which one I'm talking about, Kevin?
It's a spirit box.
No.
Could be spirit. I don't know if it's a spirit box. I don't think that's the right number. But anyway, basically the idea here is that when we're out and we're doing the paranormal investigations, the spirit energies can interact with basically an electronic dictionary, and it'll give words. So last night it was demon, buried, female, buried, demon, and it was like, oh, and the guy was in one area, and then he was into another area. It was giving off different words, but so the spirit was actually going into the spirit. The spirit boxes are really noisy, Susan. Yeah, they're really weird. Alexander says it's a Frank box. So I don't know. Maybe we can do a bit of googling on that whilst we're going through. No doubt Kevin's tickling away on his ivories just as we speak. Finding out.
I've actually found out another interesting fact, which we'll come on to just in a minute.
Okay. We just to kind of sort of recapitalize on what I spoke about 2 weeks ago. We have been given the go ahead, and it's called a Frank box, and it sounds freaky as hell. I think the freaky one is the spirit box, the one that has all the noise. But anyway, to capitalize back on what I spoke about 2 weeks ago, we have been given the go ahead to do specialist events up there at the Bodmin Jail. Please contact Josh or Johanna or Stumpy, who I haven't seen for a while, about being part of those shows or being part of those events. If you want to be in on that, then please contact me as soon as possible. Jackie, welcome to the show. I wish I had a chance to do an EVP. Sheesh. You have done EVPs though, haven't you? I thought she had done EVPs. She's done some great pictures.
Yeah.
So I thought you had done EVPs, Jackie, because the pictures that you've got. One of the best pictures I've ever had was the one on the train. Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
Of the spirit energy just literally looking over my shoulder. Oh no, Kev, I kid you not, mate. This one's amazing, isn't it? It was like there's a picture of me sitting on a train, and there you can actually see a full face and shoulders, literally just off my shoulders. And it's like, wow. And a person could not have been standing there because I was in the inner seat by the window, if you know what I mean. And the picture was taken of me straight at the seat, so it wasn't reflected back off the mirror. You might think, oh yeah, but hang on, that could have been reflections off the window. Which, trust me, Johanna will tell you, first thing when she shows me stuff, the very first thing I try to do is debunk it. And so I look for the reasons why it may not be, and the reasons, and then once I've eliminated what it isn't, I'm left with what it is. And I kid you not, I tried to zoom in, zoom out, twist away, and turn things away from this picture, but it's just one of the best pictures I've ever had. I think. So Jackie is saying, no, I did one a long time ago. Someone walking up to me and then leaving me again. Oh, okay. But you have got some cracking pictures. I thought you had done some EVPs. So Kev, you were going to say something?
Yeah, I'll see if you know the answer to this one. You know me, I do love my facts and fact-finding.
Yeah.
You were reading the stars out, and I was just having a poke around the internet at the time. I was just wondering when the constellation star signs astrology started, the 12 signs as we know them today. Do you know in which astrological period they actually started?
I don't, but that's my
out of the 12
area here.
Out of the 12 astrological signs.
When did the 12 astrological signs actually begin?
In which period?
In which period? I'm going to hazard a guess and say the period of the Egyptian period.
Yes, well, it's ancient Egypt. Where they originally come
Egypt,
from, because
Egypt or what's the other one? The Spanish ones. What are they called? I've forgotten.
Well, it's actually Babylonian.
Babylonian.
But that wasn't my question. My question is, out of the 12 star signs that we know of, during which one of those star signs did the first astrological table begin?
Well, I don't know. I've no idea.
Has a guess? Anybody on the screen? Because otherwise, you're going to know.
Let me have a guess. Let me have a guess. Was it Scorpio?
No.
And the reason why I said Scorpio because the Scorpion has a big connection to Egypt.
Taurus?
No, it was actually the age of Aries. Aries is
of
the
course.
first.
Aries, yeah.
During the age of Aries, it was the first time when the astrological chart was used as we know it of today.
And Susan said Libra, but no, it's not. Aries. I've had in my head Aquarius because that seemed to be a big thing. The Aquarian age, the age of Aquarius.
No, it's the age of Aries.
This age, of the Ram. I have to be totally and utterly honest. I read the star signs and I do the star signs, and the star signs that we do are very, very sort of in depth. But every now and again, I pick up the star signs in the Sun and that, and there's those newspapers, and it's just like, what the hell is that all about? Due to Moses and the sacrifice of the bull he brought in the ram. Oh, there you go. So Aries. Oh, hey. There you
learn
go.
something new every day, don't you?
I didn't know. I haven't. Hands up. I haven't.
I know it sounds silly. I know it sounds a silly fact to come out with, but it's
it's not. It's
something
cool.
that nobody's actually ever looked into. But
that's that. The idea of spiritual quest is learning. So
it intrigues me, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Now, we were going to have a chat about the EVP scenarios. What I found recently is a lot of the new mobile phones, a lot of these smartphones, they're actually really, really good. If you find on your smartphone somewhere, there is the ability to record. And it has where it completely isolates the microphone on the smartphone and uses it as a dictaphone kind of thing. And then you can pick up some really cool stuff. Now, Johanna's EVP 2 weeks back, or was it 2 or 3 weeks back?
It was Halloween.
Get up close to the mic, nobody can hear you.
Halloween.
So 2 weeks back. That was done just purely on the 6th, wasn't it?
Yeah, on my 6 Plus.
Yeah, so we got that, and that was on the 6th. We haven't isolated the other bit of it yet, but I return back to the studio tomorrow. So we'll see if we can get the. I've got a couple of little other things that I've got to take care of first, and then we can isolate that and see what those other little conversations that was going on was all about.
We need to. There's definitely whispering in there. There's definitely other EVPs.
It sounded to me initially, I thought it was a dog, but once we isolated it down, and it was definitely not. There was like 2 different frequencies going on there, which wouldn't be dogs because they would all have one singular frequency. But
yeah.
But if anybody's interested in doing a little bit overnight recording, there is actually a free iTunes app called Sleep Talk Recorder. Now, what this does is you set it to record at the sound of any noise overnight in your bedroom. So you just leave the app running.
Yeah.
Obviously with your phone plugged in, so it doesn't drain your battery down, but you leave it running, and it will actually initially start recording if sounds are being picked up. Now, so some of it will be you maybe snoring, or whoever you might have laying next to you snoring. But at the moments of silence, it will actually record and pick up, if there are any EVPs going on throughout the night in your house. So that's on the iPhone, but there is also one for Android phones as well.
Yeah.
And that is also called Sleep Talk Recorder. And again,
so that's on the Sleep Talk Recorder is on for the Android and the Apple system. Yeah. I'm gonna have a look at that.
Yeah, so it might be a little bit of fun.
I've seen that on internet. The way the woman caught something, didn't she? There was a man she was having a conversation with in her sleep.
Yep, I've heard people talking about it. I've actually had a look at it myself. It's actually a Swedish app.
Right.
But it's free, so download it. Have a little bit of fun, people, and see what goes on at night. You don't know. You may talk in your sleep.
Oh, she does, yeah.
But it actually does give you the file segments of when.
She does. No, you'll hear.
I was having a dream the other night where a priest was saying the power of Christ compels you, and I was some sort of demon mimicking him back.
See, I told you there was something weird about this woman.
Yeah. But no, do download the little app. It's quite good fun. You can probably hear yourself snoring or somebody else snoring, but if there's anything else that comes up in there, do let us know.
Oh yeah, too.
Send a copy of it in to us so we can hear.
Yeah, send it in to us. We want to feature EVPs on the show. It'd be really worth having a.
And if you want to remain anonymous, we won't say who you are as well.
No, we won't.
Absolutely.
This is us. This is me having a chat with some chap in my bedroom, and my husband doesn't know. So, Kay's arrived in the house. Kay, hi. Especially Kay, because Kay has told me about many sounds in her home. So download that app, Kay, and whack across the MP3s of what you pick up. It'd be really, really interesting to see what we get, and we will do that when we go to Bodmin.
Yeah, good idea. Or we could use our watches.
Oh,
but you can. I mean, for example, when you're, even if you're in an empty house, let's say, for example, with this app running, just leave your phone running with the app, and like go out for the evening, or leave it in a I don't know, a haunted room somewhere.
Yeah.
Or in a building that you've gone into, and just let it record. It will automatically start recording at the sound of any noise.
That'd be interesting. I'm going to give that a shot.
Now, as you know as well as I do, residual energy, comes out at a different frequency than what our voice would. So you never know what could be recorded. Do give it a go and let us know what happens. Let us know if you get anything interesting.
Yeah, we will definitely feature it, and we will obviously give you the feedback as we see it and hear it. But when we brought those EVPs in ourselves, the ones definitely that was amazing. It sounded like Kevin's dogs having a chat, wasn't it? It's like, that was really quite cool. And then there was a little girl or a little boy there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's definitely a little energy there. And the more that we looked into the footage, Kev, that you sent, the more I found 5 orbs there.
I didn't see any of those, not until you pointed them out.
Yeah, there's 5 of them, and then when you get to start to look for them, in fact, some of the best orbs that I've ever seen were filmed by you. You didn't know you were doing it.
No, I didn't even notice them myself.
No, no, you didn't notice them. Some of the best orbs that I've seen were filmed when when I was working with you guys up on you and I first met when I was on the stage. Remember?
I do remember, yes.
Right. Well, you watch that footage closely, you will see orbs circling around me constantly.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I reckon I've still got a lot more of unseen footage of that as well. Of your show.
I have to see it first before you even release it. Okay.
Because I was recording from as you were looking out from stage.
Yeah.
I was to your 1 o'clock.
Right.
By a pillar, about 30 feet away.
Right. Yeah. I remember that show really well. I had this inkling that I needed to go to the venue before I did anything else. So I think I spoke to one of your guys and I said, listen, is there any chance you could take me to the stage? And he went, yep, fine. And then the guy who was the host met us and he said, yeah, come on, I'll take you in.
Matthew.
So Matthew, yeah.
Matt, yeah.
And he took me in, and he said, "Are you?" I said, "Yeah, I just need to get up here." And I stood in the middle of the stage, and I looked around the room, and I said to him, "Who's that? Who's those people over there?" And he went, "Where?" I said, "Over there, under that archway." He said, "Where are you looking at?" And I just looked at him and went, "It's okay." I said, "I bet you tonight I come to that underneath that archway," and that was there was 4 daughters and a mom. And they arrived, and of course, at that time I was getting ready to go on the show, and I was quite nervous because I had Colin Fry in the room, and I was thinking, please let me be good tonight, please let me be good tonight. And and under these ladies sat under the archway, and true enough, in comes this gentleman, and it was the lady's husband and the girl's dad, and he had already showed me. He showed me in advance where he was going to be. That was amazing. That was. Do you remember Shaun the Sheep?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
listen, it might have been a weekend away at Pontins or wherever it was, but no, I don't remember Shaun the Sheep.
There's some. I don't get to remember a lot of what I do, but I remember walking across the stage and I just saw Shaun the Sheep, and I was like, "What?" And then I was, I just looked at the audience, and it pulled me right across to this lady, and I went to her. Right, okay, I'm going to ask you this straight. Why am I being shown Shaun the Sheep? And she started howling, and they were on a stag weekend, or, a female hen weekend, whatever it is, and they had to do the blow-up sheep. So I was like, yeah, I'm with you.
Lucky dude, he had the sheep.
I just remember 800 people in the autograph signing queue.
Yeah.
And, of course, us, the crew, we're thinking, we'll have a beer in a minute, Well, 25 to 2 in the morning, we've still got the bloody queue coming through. We're thinking, what on earth is going on?
Yeah.
That's why we didn't leave the bar till 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, of course it wasn't.
Because we didn't get in to have a drink properly, did we? He says. No, but it was an extremely long autograph queue. I remember that.
I remember I'm still apologising to those people who are let down the following day. Only because I couldn't see them, because a certain person got me slightly inebriated.
Well,
but let's not go over that.
Take your arm up your back.
Yeah, he did actually, as it happens.
And this occasion, and a gun to your head, drag you up to the bar.
Let me give you the verbatim. The verbatim was, where are you going? Oh, I'm knackered. It's 11:30. I've got to go. I've got to go to bed. He went, "You're Irish. I'm Irish. Sit down. It's St. Patrick's night.
Sit down.
Sit down."
Yeah.
And it was 10 past 4 the following morning. I got in.
You walked home uphill.
Yeah, no.
We all walked downhill.
I walked uphill. I'm glad I walked uphill. It helped, I think. How often do you guys go ghost hunting? Says Jackie. Well, the plan to go do the investigations are going to increase dramatically over the next coming months. We've been putting the team together, and kind of things have been jumping in the way, Jackie, to just had to be taken care of first. Some of it personal, some of it business, but things had to be in place first. But then we've had a couple of meetings quite recently with some really big venues down here in the Southwest who have now said, yes, we'd love for you to come and do it. So it's about to go quite big. We are looking national teams. We're looking at teams in the Midland areas. We're looking at teams in the Scottish areas. We've already got an Irish team set up, and we've already got an American team set up. So it is going to be quite big. But the whole concept probably won't hit the ground running, I wouldn't think, until New Year.
Yeah, and I think it's probably going to be more January now.
Yeah, January, February. We will be doing 1 or 2 this side of Christmas here in the Southwest, so anybody wants to be part of that, then by all means, please do. The venue for that one will definitely be Bodmin Jail. So that's definitely happening. We've had to go ahead with the Jamaica Inn. We've also been talking to the Falmouth Castle as well. So, and what's the other castle? Pengersic. Pengersic has given us the go-ahead as well. So.
Pengersic is J. That's J, isn't it?
Yeah. So a lot of stuff happening, and it's all going to come into play. Right, it's time to get on with doing the angel cards. So that was between 1 and 48. But as Kev says, please, please, please make sure that you do go out and find these EVPs. Download that great software that Kev has told us all about tonight. And what's it called again, Kev?
Sleep Talk Recorder. And it's called the same on both Google Play and also iTunes.
There you go, Sleep Talk Recorder. Download Sleep Talk Recorder, and if you know stuff goes in there, if it happens, then let us know. It'd be quite interesting to see what actually happens there. Be really, really cool. We'll send it across to us, and if don't worry about enhancing it. If you send us across the MP3 that you recover, we'll enhance it for you. Okay, and so we can really pick up what we can get. So we're going to play a tune. We'll be back right after this, and with the Angel Numbers.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely, and you're never coming around. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of all the years have gone by. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your eyes. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Every now and then I get a little bit restless, and I dream of something wild. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit helpless, and I'm lying like a child in your arms. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit angry, and I know I've got to get out and cry. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified, but then I see the look in your eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Every now and then I fall apart. And I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever. And if you only hold me tight, we'll be holding on forever. And we'll only be making it right, 'cause we'll never be wrong. Together we can take it to the end of the line. The love is like a shadow on me all of the time. I don't know what to do, and I'm always in the dark. We're living in a powder keg and giving off balls. I really need you tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight. Upon a time I was falling in love, but now I'm only falling apart. There's nothing I can do, a total eclipse of the heart. Once upon a time there was light in my life, but now there's only love in the dark. Nothing I can say, a total eclipse of the heart. I can do, a total eclipse of the heart. Once upon a time there was light in my life, but now there's only love in the dark. Nothing I can say, a total eclipse of the heart. A total eclipse of the heart. Turn around, bright eyes. Turn around, bright eyes. Turn around.
And one of my favourite tracks, actually, Total Eclipse of the Heart, Bonnie Tyler, little Bonnie. So it's that time where we have decided that we're going to do tonight's angel cards, and Mary out there, and she gave us number 33. She's out there in the States, and the card for Mary is Zana. And Johanna's obviously going to give you the message, but let me just give you the idea, so the overfeel of this card. You're protected from all types of harm, Mary. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and to feel safe.
Awesome. Okay. Can't really see in this light, can you? It's not that good. Okay, so Zana, no matter what has happened in your past, your present and your future are now safely protected.
You need to get closer.
Let me put this down a bit. That's easier for me to do it that way.
That's better.
Is that better? Okay. Easier protected by angels. I am helping you to heal from past upsets or traumas. I am helping to heal your heart of worry or fear. I am here to help you release any self-sabotaging thoughts or behaviour.
Right.
I'm here, in other words, to help you enjoy a renewal sense of safety and peace of mind. I like that one.
Yeah? Okay, give me a moment. There you go. That's that card. Right, the angelic number that went along with that particular card was for some reason 381. I just got that number come to me, 381. The messages are: the Ascended Masters ask you to raise your thoughts to a positive and new level, to allow more abundance to come to you. Give any fears about money to heaven. That's quite cool. Quite like that. Right, the second card was drawn for Carol, who actually said second, as in number 2. Okay. And the message, or the card, is the Archangel Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to the divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? So which way brings you towards the divine purposes, and which ways are taking you away from it? That's kind of the card. So Johanna will give you the message pertaining to that particular card, and I will...
The additional message for Vanessa. Should I go this way or that way? How weird, Carol. We were just talking about that yesterday. You wonder. One day you're sure of your decision. The next day you question it again. This indecision will be healed by focusing on your divine life purpose. Even if you aren't sure of your purpose's exact nature, you do know that it involves bringing peace to yourself and others. Based on this foundation, then which decision brings you the most peace?
There you go. And also, Carol, the numbers that came out whilst I literally closed my eyes, I just see the numbers coming to me literally out of the dark. I get 117 came with that one. The message is: you're on the right path with your positive affirmations and your intentions. You expect the best, so the best actually happens. Whoa, how cool was that? So where were we after that? Susan Singh, I think, was directly after that with number 12. Let me just get that. Let's bring that down a bit there so you can hear me. Number 12. Susan, you have the Archangel Gabriel.
Wow.
That's one of the archangels I work with literally daily. So Let me give you the message that's come from this particular card. You have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back, because I will help you. Wow.
Like that.
Yeah.
Archangel Gabriel, additional message is, I am with you as one of your guardian angels. You may wonder why an archangel is with you. I help many people simultaneously, and you're among them. I help those whose life purpose is in the arts of communication. It will help you polish and trust in your natural talents. Then I will open doors for you to express those talents in a way that help others.
Excellent. You want to choose card number 17 from that?
Yeah.
The angelic numbers that came with that one was 229. That is, have faith in yourself and the guidance and the ideas. I'll read that again. Have faith in yourself and the guidance, ideas and dreams you have about the divine life mission, and even baby steps that you take today will help you and others very, very much. So one more time, have faith in yourself and the guidance, ideas and dreams you have about your divine life mission, even baby steps that you take today will help you and others very, very much. So the next card is for Lawrence. Larry, hope you're well, Larry, mate, by the way, just sending you the good wishes there. Larry, Aurora is the card that came out for you, my friend. You are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. And I would definitely back that one up.
100%. And Aurora, an additional message is, your intentions have created an upward trend in your life. New opportunities are coming your way, and your inner and outer self radiates this positive growth. You may worry that others will be jealous of your current and forthcoming success, so you will be sensitive about discussing your achievements. You may also worry about the future, about where your new path is taking you. You may wish for a guarantee of future success. I'm here to help you enjoy the present and the process of your new venture.
Ooh. The numbers that came, Larry, with that one were 333. I always give you the numbers and rather just the message, because the numbers themselves could very well mean something to you. 333. You have merged with the Ascended Masters, and they are working with you today and every day and night. On many levels, by the way. They love and guide and protect you in all ways. Very strong. Leanne Higgins, all the way over there in New Zealand. She asked for number 48, which is the bottom of the pack. And the card Celeste came out for that one. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is on the works. I know this is important to you. I absolutely know that. So a happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in the positive and new energy. Wow.
Wow.
I actually know that that's what they're trying to do, her and her husband.
I know. The additional message for Celeste is, yes, it's time for a move. I'm working with your other angels to keep your spirit and energy high during this move. Although it may seem as if moving requires a lot of effort, when you work with and the other angels, it can actually be a time of great joy. I will help you find a new location. Then I will assist you with necessary details. I will also help you and other family members to adjust to the move. Just ask.
Woo. The numbers that came into my mind, and again, like I say, I give you the numbers as well rather than just the message, is 421. 421 says, the angels ask you to use positive affirmations and to buoy your faith, such as, I have perfect faith right now. So basically what that is saying, Leanne, is say things like, I know we're going to move. I know we're moving to the place that I want to. I know we're going to love the house that we're moving to. And I know the jobs and everything are going to work out perfectly. So keeping your faith to keep your buoyancy in the positive, and it's going to work for you. Absolutely. Okay. Kat asked for number 38. Kat, the number 38, delivered us the card Caressa. You're at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you onto the next step of happiness, which awaits you right now. Didn't I not tell you that earlier? Wow.
Okay. So the additional message with Caressa is you may feel sad, as if your heart is breaking as a result of this ending. Allow yourself to cry and grieve, but know that we angels are near you right now. When you're ready, we will gently show you how this ending brings new blessings into your life. But for now, the sadness that you feel may reveal new insights to you. It might inspire you to finish a project where you've been procrastinating.
Ooh.
Or to take better care of yourself, for example.
And that's, I tell you what, you could not have a stronger message, Madam Cat. And I literally put the card back down into the pack, shuffled the pack, and the number 777 came to me. 777. So, congratulations. You've listened well to your divine guidance, and you've put that wisdom into fruitful action. You're now reaping the rewards. Your success is inspiring and helping others. So please keep up the good work. Well done, Kat, is all I can say. Well done. We then had Jackie the wacky one. She said to me, also, could I have 38? Now, the difference between Jackie's 38 is because Kat's card was removed, re-emplaced, reshuffled, so the 38 will be different. And the card Bridget came out for you, so the Archangel Bridget. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into a situation before proceeding further. So basically, Jackie, caution is warranted. Look deeper into a situation that you're dealing with right now that is clearly important to you, and look deeper into it before proceeding forward.
Awesome. And it was Bridget, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so your additional message is you have asked for heaven's guidance, and it's given. This situation isn't right for you. Some vital information has been concealed, so you will need to dig deeper and ask more questions of those involved. Trust your gut feelings, since this is how I communicate with you. Awesome.
And the number that came out with that was 1-1, but I got it for two reasons, Jackie. 1-1 to me means have a communication. You need to talk to someone, whether it's a boss, whether it's having an interview for a new job, but a 1-1 has to happen here. Okay, keep the faith and stay positive. Your thoughts and feelings and beliefs are manifesting into reality. Okay, think only about your desires and give any worries to spirit for healing and transmutation. Basically, keep your mind focused on exactly where you want to go. Any thoughts of negativity and worries, just pass it on over to the angels. Let them take care of it for you. Okay?
May I have number 14, please?
No, you can't. We'll do 14 for you in a minute or two. But we're going to do Gail, who wanted card number 9. Okay, so let's do that one first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. And as soon as I put the card down, I had the number 14 come into my head, by the way, Gail. So 14 has just come. Desiree. No conditions. No, basically. No. Then conditions aren't favourable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help you guide and comfort you. So basically, hang on a second. Conditions for what you want to change or what you want to do aren't favourable literally right now. Okay? Look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide and comfort you.
Okay, so your additional message, Gail. There's a reason why you asked for heaven's opinion about this situation in your heart. You knew that something was amiss. I'm here to help you trust this wisdom within your heart. Although it may seem romantic to jump in without looking, this situation warrants otherwise. Since I am one of your guardian angels, your happiness is my central mission. This situation, as it currently stands, will bring you the joy that you seek.
And as I said, the number 14 comes into play there. So 14 could well mean something to you as well, or the number 1, the number 4. Angels are helping you manifest your positive thoughts and affirmations and visualizations into reality. So when they were saying to you, like, hang on a second, before you make a decision, caution, stop, wait, Look for options before you make that decision. But they're also saying to you, they're helping you manifest your positive thoughts and affirmations and your visualizations into reality. So whilst you're saying, do you know what, I really want to move to the house, there's an option of that house coming up. It's not the house I want, then don't do it. Wait, because they're actually bringing the house that you do want to you. Okay, I'm just using the house as a metaphor here. The option could be anything that you're heading toward, but don't basically jump at the first option. Get other options in place. Z has asked us for number 47, which is Isabella. Isabella says yes for you. Oh, completely the opposite to the last one. Yes, the timing is right for this new adventure. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations.
Oh. Additional message. In answer to your question, yes, this situation is everything that you hoped it would be. It's still a good idea to keep your eyes open, and I pray for angelic assistance along the way. Even ideal situations require adjustments as you move forward. However, we angels foresee smooth sailing with this decision.
Do you want to get number 30? Where are we? 30. Shen has to have two. Like, which is it? 33 or 32? Come on, Shen. Put you into the corner. Now, Z, as you asked for 47, oddly enough, that's the number that stuck plainly in my head, 47. So, there's a reason why you're being drawn towards that particular number tonight. The angels say that you're doing a good job and you're on the right path. They want you to know that they are with you every step of the way, and they can help you even more so as you call upon them specifically for help. Okay, whilst Johanna's sorting that particular number out, let me just give you all a bit of a heads up. In the angelic realm, they cannot interfere. They can come and help you once you've actually requested it. So, whilst you're sitting there saying, I really need help, then you literally just have to turn and go, I need the angels to help me with. And then whatever it is that you would particularly need with that help. So that was, which one was that?
33.
Actually, so this is for Shen. Shen, basically, wow. Another one of the big guys that I work with on a regular basis. When I'm working, and especially when I'm doing radio shows or TV shows or stage shows, I call upon the Archangel Uriel, which has come up for you right now. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and from your mind. What an amazing card. Let me read that again for you, Shen. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and from your mind.
Okay, so the additional message on that, Shen, is I am called the psychologist angel because I help to heal toxins from people's thoughts and emotions. I am especially able to release stubborn anger and unforgiveness. I am with you right now to clear away such toxins. Wow. I would also like to work with you to help others clear away their emotional and psychological blocks.
Whoosh. Shen, while I was looking at your message up there where you're going 32, 33, cannot make your mind up, that's okay. But I kept seeing the figures 111, 111. So 111 if you want to put it in that context. An energetic gateway has opened for you, rapidly manifesting your thoughts into reality. Choose your thoughts wisely at this time, ensuring that they match your desires. Don't put any energy into thinking about your fears, lest you manifest them. Alrighty? Which I've been telling you guys for a long time. What you send out to the universe, if you say to the universe, I deserve this to be great, and then behind it you're going, yeah, but I'm not going to get it, then that's what it hears, okay? So don't be thinking about the fears and worries, because that's what you're going to be manifesting. Think about the positives, the positive outcomes. Everything that you're going to gain is going to happen, and think of it in the context that it has already happened, okay? Beg your pardon. Debbie has asked for number 42. I think she's the last one tonight, so we'll zoom through that. Debbie, Francesca is the card that came up for you. What do you desire right now? Visualize it, and it will come to you. Negativity will block your progress. Now, think about what you asked me earlier tonight, Debs, regarding the losing the brooch or whatever it was that you lost. Is it mum getting... You had a negative thought pattern there, so let me read that again to you. What do you desire right now? Visualize it, and it will come to you. But negativity will block your progress.
And the additional message for Debbie is you have been asking God and the angels, what is next for me? Yet we have been waiting for you to make your decision for yourself. That is why you have felt stuck lately. This impasse occurs because you are afraid of making a wrong decision. We can help you to decide, but ultimately the next chapter of your life is up to you, and it's a period of your life that is unscripted.
Awesome.
And I still want number 14.
We'll do number 14 right after this here. 476, Debbie, was the numbers. Remember, I'll say that to you again because very often they mean something. 476. The angels say that you're on the right path and not to worry. Your needs are met now and they will be in the future. Oh. We just want to zoom down all the way down to the bottom.
Did you do 22 for Alex?
I haven't seen Alex's number up there. Where is she? Well, we'll do it for her right now.
Yeah, she wanted 22.
I haven't seen Alex. I mixed just to let you all know that sometimes when you guys put stuff in the chat room, it moves so fast I don't get to see it. So do 22. Okay, give me a second. Okay, here we go. Aurora again, Alex. Aurora. 764. I haven't even looked at this card yet, and the number 764 has actually come straight into my head. Right. Aurora, you're flying high right now, which means that you may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. So I do know that you have a bit of a habit of getting out there and making things happen, and then you feel a bit guilty for that. Don't do that. Okay.
Spot on with that. Okay, so your additional message there, Alex, is your intentions have created an upward trend in your life. New opportunities are coming your way, and your inner and outer self radiates positive growth. You may worry that others will be jealous of your current and forthcoming success, so you will be sensitive about discussing your achievements. You may also worry about the future, about where your new path is taking you. You may wish for a guarantee of future success. I'm here to help you enjoy the present and the process of a new venture. Trust that each moment is taking care of itself.
Right. And what did I say? 724? 724. You kept the faith and have followed your divine guidance. The angels applaud you. Alexander is saying there's no audio, but nobody else is saying that, so... Oh, there you go. I want 22. I've just seen that. So there we go. Joanne Allison has said 44. 47.
Wacky1 said 47 now.
Say again?
Wacky1 said 47, Jackie.
Yeah.
And then...
She asked me to do 47 as well. But let me do Joanne's at 44 because she hasn't had one done yet. So, and I've got to do yours at 14 yet. Okay. Daniel, excuse me, has come to here. I am the angel of marriage and I am assisting you right now.
And the additional message on that,
wow, 999,
is you have called upon God to help in the area of marriage. And he sent me to your side. I'm here to help you with fulfilling marriage. God and I desire to answer your prayer without delay. The first area that I am helping you with is healing any past wounds related to marriage. In quiet moments, I ask that you be willing to release to me any pain associated with your parents. I ask that you breathe out any negative feelings that you may have about marriage, which stem from additional childhood experiences.
There you go. I said wow just as Johanna started reading there, because the numbers 999 came straight to my head. So either you've got a really, really high angelic number, or the police are calling around. So basically the message is, get to work, light worker. The world needs your divine life purpose right now. Fully embark upon your sacred mission without delay or hesitation. We have had 32 to come in for Jody. Could we please have number 32 for Jody? And then we'll do 47. No, we'll do 32 for Jody. We'll do 14 for you. And then we'll do 47 for Jackie, okay? 30. You would actually do it all the way down the bottom, wouldn't you? Okay, let's have a look.
How many cards is in there?
48.
Oh, okay. How can you not just take 12 from the bottom then?
Yeah. Why don't you just talk to everybody while I do that?
Oh, you should have seen the look that he just gave me then. Awful, awful look.
Okay, here we go. Mystique. Oh, that card popped up before, actually.
Did it?
It didn't. It did, but it jumped out of the pack, and I put it back in again. So
okay.
Mystique was obviously trying to find its way out tonight. Mystique is, and this is for Jody, keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. Whoosh.
The additional message for Jody is you're on the right path. Although it might seem to take a long time and effort, keep up the good way. You are definitely making progress towards intended outcomes. Sometimes flexibility is called for when you're working towards an aim, but in this instance, you need to stay firm in your conviction. Compromise will only water down the divine plan that you're manifesting.
Superb. Let me just get the number that goes along with that particular 21. Okay, 21, nice easy one. Let's get that back. Now for Jackie's second one, 47, is Rosetta, but let me just get 21 here. Oh, it's quite a simple one for Jody. Keep the faith and stay positive. Allow your affirmations to support you. Basically, keep your mind focused and allow your affirmations to support you. That is the 47. But what I was about to do, and I was about to pick your card, and I thought I got the feeling of get you to shuffle these.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do Rosetta for Jackie because she needed the 47. You have a gift for working with young people, Jackie, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or even parenting children.
And the additional message there, Jackie, is children respond to your open-hearted nature. You're also charmed by the straightforward honesty, laughter and innocence in many ways. They engage and heal in your own inner child. You seek to give these children of which you desired when you were young. You also feel an inner calling to improve the lives of children, and you may wonder about the best way to proceed.
You're a bit far away from the mic there, but I tell her this every single week, get within a thumbprint away from the mic, but then she speaks to the far side of the studio.
It's not far side
see
of
now,
the studio.
See now you register in the red. Oh, bloody woman, Talia. The number that goes alongside of that is 335. So, Jackie, remember what was said when I give you guys numbers, there's a reason before it. 335. You're receiving divine guidance from the Ascended Masters with respect to up-and-coming change. Allow them to help you make it a smooth transition. Smooth transition. Right, so let's get Madam's done here. Did Kevin give you a number? Yeah.
He did.
What did he give you?
Number...
She's forgotten.
She's forgotten.
I've sat here so quietly, so patiently waiting.
For once.
And I actually sent Joanna a message when Paul was talking, saying you've forgotten my number.
Number 41.
I've got to tell all the listeners. Actually, I got a message like early, very, very early on, about 2 hours before we went on air, saying, "Kev, give me a number." So I've got your number ready. And I sat here, and Paul said, right, well, that's it now. We're kind of coming to the end of it now. And I'm thinking, no, you've forgotten me. You've forgotten me.
I didn't forget you, brother.
I've sat here looking at them both very, very silently, thinking, no, okay, I'm just going to silent.
See, I had not forgotten you.
Maybe the Oracle has nothing for me this evening. That's what it is.
Well, actually, I've just taken out your card now.
No, I've done a card from earlier. Remember the one with the animals come out?
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I was talking to Kevin, and as I was shuffling, it shot out my hand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did.
And so I grabbed it. I literally grabbed it midair, and it was about the animals for him, which was like and that's fact because he is such an animal lover, and we were talking about his little doggies, which is literally his kitties, and yes, and it was really good. But 41, Kev says, the angels say, "Watch your thoughts, and only think about love and success." In this way, the only love and success will find its way into your life. The angels are available to help you choose positive thoughts as long as you call upon them for help.
Okay.
So basically, keep everything and well, the way I'm feeling, right? This is the feeling that I know you're working your tail off, literally. And every now and again you're getting little things. Oh my God, I don't think this is going to happen. It is basically. It's all going to happen. So my feelings are I've got to tell you to prioritize.
Okay. That's difficult because everything I do has a priority, both personal and professional. Yeah. Oh, now he's moved away from the mic. Did you see that, Joanna?
No, I just moved away from the mic because I was pushing the heater.
You see, he says it to me, get near the mic, but it's okay for him to do it.
Yeah, but I can project.
Good for the goose, it's good for the gander.
No, would you two shut up? I was only
how unprofessional, Paul. Come on.
I was only pushing the heater away. I was beginning to bake sitting here. Actually, then I'll read that. So. It's a big long one. You read it.
I thought you might. You've not got your glasses on.
Johanna's card number 4. See, I'll give him a little bit of a reading on the side. Is he happy? He's never happy. I'll tell you what I saw, right, Kev? I saw when I closed my eyes just for a second and I see, because you gave me the number and I was giving you the reading that connected to that particular number, and I kept hearing prioritize, and I kept seeing a list, and the list said 1, 4, 17, 28, 3, 6, and I was like, clearly that's not in order. So don't worry, it's all going to work out, but just prioritize.
There are a lot of things I have to do.
I know.
And I try and do all of them at the same time. That's my problem.
That's it. Exactly.
But I'm my own self-critic. If something isn't good, it just doesn't happen. It's got to be bang on.
Well, there's nothing wrong with perfection, but sometimes what we do, and I'm a big one for that. Johanna will tell you, I'm big for that. I'll be sitting and I'll do a song or something, and I'll go, yeah, that's good, and then I'll come back and I'll go, actually, that's rubbish. That's absolutely total crap. And she's going, what are you talking about? That's excellent. I'm going, no, it's rubbish. It doesn't, and I start pulling it apart, and this is not. I don't hear the resonance in that particular tone. And she's going, I don't know what you're talking about. And sometimes you I'm the same as you. It has to be. I have to have everything tapped in just right.
Sometimes it's better to walk away and come back to it, though.
Well, I do that. I do walk away. I do. So if I, for example, whilst I've been writing songs for Rain, I'll often finish the song and then I'll leave it till the next day and I'll come back in. Or, things like the girls, our daughters will, if I hear them walking about the house singing one or two of the songs, I'll go, yep, that's it. They've caught the hook,
Yeah.
Let's do Johanna's card. I best do one as well. I'm going to choose card number 21. Okay, so choose card number 21 for me. So, Serafina, I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming into our family. Granny. Ha!
Granddad. Ha! Right. Go on.
Granny.
Away. Shut your mouth. Right. So the additional message on that. Look at him laughing his head off. Seriously.
Yeah.
Your prayers about family have been heard. And I've been sent to watch over you and answer your prayers. I'm here to tell you about a beautiful change coming to your family. You're going through a period of adjustments right now to prepare for this. To prepare. Keeps on. Can I read it without you harassing me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. To start again. You're going through a period of adjustment right now. To prepare for this change, it might feel chaotic or disorganized. But be assured that this is simply part of the nesting process.
Ah.
Ugh.
Oh.
The nesting process.
Yeah.
No.
She's building a nest in the garden, mate. You should see it.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Why? What do you think? What do you think I meant?
Well, just piano fingers, maybe.
Ew.
Matron, no.
You see what he did? He just looked at me then and went, ew.
Too old for that malarkey.
Right, here we go. Right, I've picked card number 21. Here we go. Card number 2. Oh, Indriel. So
Indriel.
Look at it. This is the card that I'd selected for myself. By the way, 774. Remember, that's the number for you, okay?
See, look, he doesn't do mine properly. He does everyone else's, though.
Shh.
Woman.
Oh, Luke.
shush,
Luke.
oh.
For me, here's the card. Listen to this. You are a light worker. God needs you to shine your divine light and love like an angel upon the earth and all of its inhabitants.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And the additional messages, you are a granddad. No, I'm joking.
And also, the word light was L-I-T-E, as in light work. You only do half a job.
Okay. Calm.
Right, okay.
Can we just say, actually, Thailand is just waking up and they're just tuning in now. So can we just say, Sawadee krap?
Sawadee krap.
Sawadee krap.
And welcome to all of our listeners in Thailand, especially certain really, really wonderful people who are listening in Thailand. Sawadee krap.
Yep, they're now messaging me. Summer is now online as well.
Oh, bless her.
Oh, straight online.
Go on then, give me my reading.
Oh, all right then. Oh, so you want?
Oh, I'll tell you what, Kev, get a number for her. Get between what? Yeah, go on and get in 1 and 48. Sawadee krap for
I need to. I'll make you talk for a second.
We'll do a tune and then we'll go back to it. So it says, yes, you are a light worker. As such, you have always had a burning desire to make the world a better place.
Yes, true.
It is a deep calling that is beyond time and space. You are often called into service during ordinary circumstances, such as when you're shopping for groceries, definitely, and someone needs your help. Yeah. Right now, your life's mission is expanding so that you can reach even more people. This will require you to make some life changes that you will learn about through your inner guidance.
Ooh.
Okay, I have her number.
All right.
Summer has selected number 99.
What, out of 48?
Out of 48.
Oh, hang on.
Hey, Tune.
1 to 48. Hang on, I'll just message her again.
I'll just read. I'll tell you what. I'll select 99 out of the angel numbers, and you give me between 1 and 48.
Hang on. Wait a minute. She'll come back.
Okay.
She's listening.
Basically, for Johanna, the angels say you're on the right path, and they ask you to keep up the good work. They're working with you to heal, and to teach, and to manifest. So.
Okay.
44 for Summer.
44. I'll do that for summary right now.
Summerit.
Summerit. I do beg your pardon. Summary is the end at the conclusion. Summerit. Madam's. I'll tell you what. She's been told she's a grandmother, so she's got to run out of the studio for a moment.
Oh.
Granny, remember me. So
always remember. Go on.
So what number?
44. Let's go.
44. Here we go. Right now. 1, 2, 3.
Slowly,
4.
so I can then translate it into Thai.
Okay. Oh wow, big boy. The angel Uriel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love.
True.
I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your mind and from your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And if you'd like, what I'll do is I'll copy the message. I don't know if you're writing this across to her. I can copy the message across and send it to you later.
And I'll translate it into Thai.
Yeah, I'll do that for you. I've got it open right now, but I'll have to go and get one of my phones back from the house, and then I'll copy it and I'll send it up to you.
But that is all very true.
There you go.
For her. Mm.
Actually, when Johanna comes back, I can get her to do that right here, right now, when she's back. She's just nipped out of the studio right now. So, and she said number 99, didn't she?
She did.
Okay, then I can give you a quick message from the angel numbers. Oh, right, here we go. So you're going to have to translate this one right now. So here we are, Summerit. As you fully devote yourself to your mission of light and love, which involves your natural talents, passions, and interests, money takes care of itself.
Oh, try telling her that.
Just focus on just focus on giving service, and you will always have enough, with plenty to share.
That's true, actually.
That was really nice. That's a really nice
true.
One. There you go.
No, it's very true. Because whenever she gets money, she does share it.
Oh, bless her heart.
Mm-hmm.
She sounds like an absolute sweetheart.
She'd rather give her last pound away or baht away than keep it for herself.
Oh. You know what, Summerit? It's never a bad thing to just look after yourself every now and again.
I'll try and tell her that.
Yeah,
I'll try and tell her. But Thai culture, they do look after other people more than themselves.
Yeah, I've often found that. Jackie was saying that her lovely brother, lives based and lives in Thailand.
Ah, whereabouts? Whereabouts in Thailand? Tell me.
She says, my wonderful brother lives in Thailand. Tell us where, Jackie.
Yes, we want to know where.
Because he could meet out with Kevin next time he's in. When he due to go out there again?
9 days' time.
Oh.
I'll be back in 9 days, but I'm still around. I'm still contactable.
Yeah, of course you are.
Because I've got a Thai phone with a Thai account. Oh, Phuket.
That sounded. Oh, Plunket. Yeah, that sounded
Phuket,
weird. You
Phuket.
got a Thai phone. It sounds like some sort of like James Bond thing.
AIS. It's a server out there, network,
Yeah.
like Vodafone. But it's I've got a Thai phone, so I'm online the whole time anyway when I'm out there.
You know, you really should spend some time for yourself. Actually, lead by example, sir. Spend some time for yourself out there, and then maybe she'll take your example.
Yeah. Well, life still goes on. That's the thing. Even if I'm in Thailand, you know.
Yeah, but everybody on the planet will say, "Hey, have a little bit of time for yourself. You're going to be busy with everything else."
Oh, look at that. Jackie's saying that he's got a couple of hotels out there. Well, I'll tell you what, we will perhaps next year, because it's too late this year now, and they're currently in the rain season, but maybe next year we will head off down to Phuket, and we'll have a week away.
It sounds like a plan. You count me and her into it as well.
Oh, he's got some bars out there. Well, I don't actually frequent the bars because the bars are not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
No, Mitra, no. They're all very, yes. No.
No, Jackie, you make the contacts and we'll all go out there for a week's holiday. All of us would be a laugh, wouldn't it? That'd be a hoot.
Absolutely.
Count me in. Tell you what we're going to do. We've only got half an hour left of the show, but it's time we played a bit of a tune, isn't it?
Yes.
I remember when this song came out. I was so enamored by the song. I bought it on single, as a single, 7-inch single, and I found it in the archives quite recently, and I'm kind of drawn back to it. So I'm going to play this. It's Too Late for Goodbyes by the son of the absolutely famous John Lennon, Mr. Julian Lennon. Just to check that everybody lost sound, have we? I hope not.
I hear them say, but exchange means recession means it all means it's harder to take. Times are near, could be moving up again. Instead, they gotta step on the brake. So many movements have come this far. But lending means and interest means it's harder to find. Independence has a hidden expense. When the hands on the purse strings are white. Hearing only bad news. Hearing only bad news. Hearing only the bad news. Hearing only the bad news.
I'm hearing the bad news. Radio Africa, Latin Quarter was the name of that particular track. I understand that it kind of disappeared there, but it came back. So, sorry about that. Don't know why it was playing here in the studio. So, it happens with digital technology. It's good in that. I'd like to say a big hi to Summerit, and thank you very much for coming to say hi. And you're very, very welcome for getting your numbers there. I see you got a picture of Kevin there beside you. Oh, it's looking very awesome.
That's the real me. That's the real me there, look.
That must have been some time ago. Your hair's dark. Anyway, so...
No, actually, that was this year, I believe. When would that have been? That would have been May. May time, yeah.
So it's it's rainy season over there, right? Are you?
4 feet of rain. 4 feet of rain today.
They do. I know we think we get rain, but we don't get rain. They get rain. We get drizzle.
In Namsun, where she lives, right?
Yeah.
In Namsun, they've got a huge lake, and in the middle of the lake is a temple. Now, at this lake, they have a lot of like big Japanese koi and big catfish, and they are big. They're like 2 or 3 feet long. These catfish, They're massive, and the koi are about 2 feet. They are very big. And what you do, you pay 10 baht, and you'll give them bread, and you throw the bread to the catfish and the koi carp, and they come up and they eat it, and it's all quite exciting. The actual lake today has swollen up 8 feet.
Crikey!
Right up the steps. I mean, literally, there's an 8-foot bank, and it literally rose above there and went over the road, and it was over the road by a foot. So this lake had actually risen 9 feet in overnight storms, in overnight rain.
We don't, we think we get rain and wet weather. We don't. We get nothing. I mean, that's worse than what when I was out. Oddly enough, we chose to go to America in Florida in June, which was the stupidest thing ever, because that's the wet season for Florida. Just because we've got summertime doesn't mean the rest of the world has it. Right. And the rain was coming. It wasn't coming down. It was coming sideways. And you could see it when we have heavy rain and we see it streaking down. Well, it was streaking, but going left to right. I really realised that we don't get bad weather. We get what we call bad weather, which is nothing compared to some other parts of the world, like Thailand.
But 9 feet of water overnight. I mean, that is
the water
something.
Rose 9 feet where Kev's wife lives in overnight.
9 feet?
Yeah.
9
feet.
Oh,
my goodness.
Yeah.
9 feet. The water, it literally went all over the road. I mean, also apparently within the same village where they live, some children were going to school, and sadly the car actually got washed away.
Yeah.
And killed the children.
Oh, gosh.
On the way to school. It's horrendous. That's how bad it is.
It's terrible.
And also the paddy fields, the rice fields out there.
Yeah.
I mean, they flood the rice fields deliberately.
Yeah.
Obviously to fill it as a paddy field. But they're cropping now. It's the season now for harvesting the rice.
Yeah.
Out there in Thailand, and the over in the Asian market, the rice prices determine people's wealth.
Right.
And sadly, I mean, about 4 weeks ago, the Thai government were actually negotiating with the Philippine government, Philippines and the Malaysian government about the price of rice, and the Chinese government, and they all barter on the market, and it's all big stocks and shares with the rice prices. But now, Thailand, they're being flooded so badly, their rice cropping has absolutely been annihilated. We can imagine, can't you? 9 feet of water. I mean, they've just been drying their rice out. It's all been harvested now and drying out. But now there's pictures all over the Thai Facebook pages where the crop fields, the paddy fields, are absolutely just like annihilated with feet and meters of water. Like never, you know, we get flooding here.
Yeah.
And we've had bad flooding here, but over there, that is what it's like, and it's washing away the country. It's horrendous.
Actually, tell you what, sending out, you know, when we're doing our sending our healing and our positive energies out, we should be sending out to the people around the world, like the people of Thailand who are struggling, and you know, when we get rain, we go, oh, it's raining, and we start whinging. When it comes down and takes away your livelihood, it's a different kettle of fish. So, actually, I'm just going to pass it to you, darling. Could you take photograph that as it is, like that?
Yeah.
Then send it to Kevin.
Okay.
Because that's actually Summerit's reading.
Oh, okay.
So can you photograph?
Yeah. And Wacky, yeah, it's humid out there. It's 90 degrees. So you've currently got 90 degrees in temperature with all the rain as well.
Jeez.
So
you can have a shower outside.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've done that before. You know, when I've been in Namsan before, I've gone outside when it's raining, and I've stood in the rain, and it's lovely because it comes down warm.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hotter than my shower. And even when I was in the sea, actually down in Jomtien, I'm laying in the water on the beach.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, this is hotter than my rainwater, and I'm laying in the sea. You know.
It's nuts, isn't it?
I go in the bath, you know, my bath water is not as hot as the water was in the sea. Work that one out.
It's nuts.
Work that one out.
But, you know, we'll go over to Thailand next year for a holiday.
It's so cheap. It really is so cheap. You can go out there for £349 return flight.
Yeah.
From the UK. You can get a hotel in Thailand for as little as £3 a night.
It's a beautiful country, isn't it, Kev?
Oh, it is. Yeah. If you just look at my photographs that I put on my Facebook albums, and it is so picturesque.
It's very spiritual as well. I'd love to see the spiritual side of it all.
I love the Buddhist temples. I absolutely love them.
You'd love them, wouldn't you, babe?
Oh, totally. Hand me up for that.
Yeah.
We've only got 17 minutes left, so it's time to play a tune, and this is Madam here requested this tune. This is on the new, oddly enough, we're speaking of, Rain. The album's called Rain, but just to give you an idea, it's not Rain that the album's called Rain because it washes away the negativity. So, and this is a song called It's Cold Outside. Oddly enough, complete opposite of what we've just been talking about. So enjoy this. It's Cold Outside, and one of the new tracks off the album Rain coming out for you in December, just in time for Christmas. Look out for that.
Some people say, man, she's no good for you. Some people say she don't know what she wants. When I think of the things that I've never done, only regret the things that I've not. So here am I. And I know with all that I am, I'm not perfect, still try to love. So lend me your heart, never be alone. Regret the love that you lost. So hear me. It's cold outside. It's cold outside. And the walk this lonely street again, hand in hand with the one that I love. It's easy to say, just walk away. Don't give up to the world. Give in to love. And hear me. It's cold outside. It's cold outside. It's cold outside. It's cold outside.
Thank you very much for those kind returns there. That's called It's Cold Outside. And, well, actually in brackets it says your love. So basically what it means is if you fall out with a loved one, it's cold outside your love, basically. One of the memories when I was just listening to that song playing was the piano break in the middle of a song. And I started just tinkling, and all of a sudden this piano break came out, and it reminds me of there's a song. Do you remember? You guys might remember it many moons ago, and I can't remember the name of the artist, but it was "I'm gonna write a classic, gonna write it in an attic, gonna babe I'm an addict now," and it keeps reminding me of that particular song. But when I was writing that song, it was just the whole thing just flowed, and one of the nice things Joanne said, it's a very heartfelt song. Thank you very much.
It is a very heartfelt song, and I've loved it from the get-go, haven't I?
Yeah, you have.
And it's changed a lot from when it was first written, and I loved it when it was first written. However, the video of that will be out soon as well, won't it?
Not to that. The video for we're doing the video for Shadows.
Oh yeah, the video for Shadows will be coming out soon.
We're going to be going off and recording a video for the track Shadows.
And what I want to ask everybody while they're in the chat room, what is your opinion on? Well, you've all heard Paul's songs, yeah? So what I want is an opinion of, out of all the songs, which one would you download for a ringtone?
Oh, that's a good point, yeah. One of the songs I picked was from Evoked, wasn't it? It was got a very good...
Yeah, it's really,
feel
yeah.
to it.
See if you can get it in there.
Evoked.
Yeah.
But we can't. We've only got 10 minutes left.
Oh.
Only 10. Yeah. Yeah. In an attic. Adrian Gavitz.
Adrian Gavitz.
Adrian Gavitz.
What a classic.
Gonna write it in an attic.
Babe.
Kevin, I didn't think you cared.
Yeah.
Laurie Scumpin and go Shadows.
Oh, he loves Shadows.
I had actually Red Wine. Look, I Am Still.
So
he would. Lawrence going to use would like to use Shadows.
You're not making this easy for me, guys. I've got one song that I can make into a ringtone. Come on, let's have some unity. Johanna has been working with iTunes, and they're working on a song which they want to use as a ringtone. So she's now putting it out to all of you guys, and not one of you has selected the one song. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Oddly enough, I didn't even select the song of the album. I selected off on a previous album called Evoked. Yeah, because he has to be awkward, doesn't he?
No, but because when I think of a ringtone, I think of something that's going to grab my attention, not put me to sleep.
Well, exactly. It's got to have a kick in it, which is the one that you said, wasn't it?
Kat loves the song I Am Still. Shadows only kicks in on the second half of the song.
I'm thinking the Shadows, the chorus of Shadows, could be a good ringtone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The kicks in. There's a thing called the middle eight. And that kicks in, and that's where it changes. That could be a good ringtone. The middle part of Shadows, yeah, I guess.
Well, do you know what? I actually think your daughter sings better than you, Paul.
Thanks, mate.
I think she sings, Kevin, here's your P45.
I can get her to sing that, yeah. Actually, my oldest daughter, Johanna, I was going to say, my oldest daughter, Rosie. Rosie has an angelic voice. But we're going to play this for Kev, because it's one of his favourite tunes.
Red wine, you make me feel so fine. You keep me rocking all of the time. Red wine, you make me feel so grand. I feel $1 million when you're just in my hand. Red wine, you make me feel so sad. Anytime I see you go, it make me feel bad. Red wine, you make me feel so fine. Monkey packing music on the sweet red line. Red wine, you give me whole heap of zing. Whole heap of zing, make me do my own thing. Red wine, you really know how to love. You're kind of loving like a blessing from above. Red wine, I love you right from the start. Right from the start, with all of my heart. Red wine in a 80s style. Red wine in a modern beat style. Yeah. Give me a little time, let me clear up my mind. Give me a little time, let me clear up my mind. Give me red wine with time, let me feel fine. Let me feel I die, love you till I die, and that's no lie. Red wine can get you on my mind. Wherever you may be, I'll surely find. I'll surely find.
Oh, what an absolute fantastic tune.
Isn't it good? Do you know, this is an old family favourite of mine because I was at one of my uncle's weddings back in the early 90s, late 80s.
Oh, yeah.
I was very, very young.
Yeah. But you're an old git, so how could you be young?
Oh, how very dare you.
Very dry.
And my cousin always reminds me of when this song was playing at a wedding. And I was inebriated. I was very, very drunk.
No, not you, Kev.
I was about 13 years old when this track came out and it was playing.
Yeah, but you were still about 5'8".
Probably about 6'4".
6'4". Now you mentioned my daughter singing, and I've actually lined up Rosie. So we're going to hear Rosie now in a second. This is Rosie singing. I'm very proud. And we actually call her One Take Rosie.
Yeah, because she does it in one take.
She walks in,
Unlike
layers of
Daddy.
track. Unlike, no, Daddy is 21 take.
He's a gambler spinning wheels, poison victim, look of steel. The coldest heart you've ever felt, the coldest hands you've ever held. Taken down on his way, a million miles.
Voice of an angel.
Absolutely.
Oh, she has.
Takes after her
She
dad.
had a bit of a sore throat that day.
Yeah, she had a sore throat, and her boyfriend's playing the guitar, isn't he?
He's elusive, I'm awake to find
That is so professional.
Yeah, she is.
now to me and you. Open my eyes and I'm next to you. He says my
Mind you, Daddy was engineering, by the way.
lies in the hands that set me free.
Do you know, I keep thinking I might stick one of these on, Rain. Cover.
Reckless night, he hears me breathe. Cursing the skies of this company.
Just I'm going to talk over Rosie because we're running out of time. I'll play that track in full on Friday night at the next show. If you are in the Bristol area and for any particular reason that you have to be, and we do hope you're not, in the Bristol Children's Hospital, Rosie is now a paediatrician connected to that particular hospital. So very, very proud of you, darling. Well done. Even Johanna had a tear in her eye the day she passed out. That's rare, you know. Johanna.
Oh, I don't cry at all.
I was blubbering like a cat.
Stub me toe, it's close.
Or if somebody takes a last piece of pizza, that's when she cries.
Oh, pizza. Don't talk to me about pizza.
So we have zoomed through 3 hours of absolute fun and bliss, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Joined as ever by Kevin Elliott, who is a brilliant laugh, and do you know what? It's really good having, Kevin's tips and Kevin's facts. That's it, Kev facts. That's what we call it. Kev facts.
We should have a bit on it saying, like where you've got Paul Francis. We should have one saying Kev's facts.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm going to make a jingle with Kev fact.
Yeah. Kev's 5 minutes of
You
facts.
leave my jingles alone.
Stop playing with my jingles.
Oh, where?
No, I love it. I love joining in. It's good.
I know we love having you because it's great. It's a three-way laugh, and when we're all having fun and we're doing some great stuff. We know we've done some great readings tonight. It brought sort of peace and happiness to quite a few people, but we're constantly laughing, and you know what? The show just goes whoosh. So it just seems to go like, what, 3? No, we can't have been here for 3 hours. It's not
But
possible.
one thing we've not touched on, and I will tell people before we run out of time tonight, that something very, very, very big is going to happen in December.
Yes.
It includes, we're not going to say what it is just yet.
Yes.
You've got to stay tuned in. But it's going to involve Paul and Johanna and lots of other very, very big spiritual people in the movement. and it's going to be live, and it's going to be free to watch.
Yeah.
Literally, you'll be able to watch from a camera view what's going to happen. But we're not going to tell you about it just yet.